Oh. Okay. And 22. And broke. Oh my god. Welcome back to week 60 of my reboot progression series. I just couldn't help myself and had to delete all my slime ring spares in order to try to get this up to 22. But it was not yet possible. I don't know, there's no Star Forcing event on the horizon and I'm kind of bored with it, I don't know. I just felt like Star Forcing, and now that I'm looking at my inventory, I could also Star Force my item drop gear here, because I have 2 more of those. Oh man, I don't know, I feel like upgrading, so let's just do it. Okay, we are starting out at 26 bill, so let's check it out. Oh my god. I was about to scream, to be honest. But it's going well so far, but I think now we're going down. Yeah, we're going down. Down into the pits. Yep. Oh, and I forgot to safeguard the dude, the first star that I couldn't safeguard. The first opportunity to break. Yep. At least, you know, it didn't take a lot of money from me. That's always, that's nice. That's nice. But now, I'm in hell to get this back up to 17. No way! I was like, oh, no, wait. I should safeguard this. And it broke again on the first try? What was that? Back to back on the first try, the item breaks? And I've never had this happen to me before. What is this? Okay, now I really have to like pay close attention here, because I cannot boom this item. I just can't. So what happened here? Damn. I think the game is trying to tell me to keep my, money close to me, and therefore I shouldn't. Okay, safeguard is on. I shouldn't be Star Forcing right now. I think that's what I've learned right now. Okay, anyways, this episode has a bunch of stuff to offer. I'm finally, really back to playing the game, and that means that we're gonna kick things off with the Black Mage clear of January. So let's check that out. I'm still thinking about the 4 spares, the Stellar earrings and the slime rings that I just went through in like 2 bill. Oh man, it's sad. But what can you do, right? Star Forcing is just way too hard for me, and I'm just glad that, I got the item that you can't Star Force, so you can't blow it up as my first pitched item drop, so yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. And now I want to check out something very special, and that is, my Hexa Matrix, because I can upgrade Shadow Bite, and the cooldown will go from 13 seconds down to 12 seconds base cooldown. So let's check if that will make a difference, together with the 4-second cooldown head and the 1-second cooldown reduction from the Threats of Fate, right? So I will report back very soon. Okay, we are about to be 3 minutes into this battle analysis, and we can already see this is really good. 830 mobs in 3 minutes is crazy good for, holding down Bite. This is like the least effort that you can have, which is super awesome. So this is actually the point where you want to be at as a Nightwalker, I feel like. 13 points into Shadow Bite brings it down to 12 base cooldown. There we go. I missed one wave, but it's completely fine because this was early enough so I can bite this one and, you know, get at least 15 mobs off of this wave. And I'm not 100% sure if I paid proper attention and immediately casted it to the right there, but I think so. Also, my tests have gotten less and less, let's say, scientifically accurate as time went on, and I'm just eyeballing it from here on out. But at the same time, I'm, you know, starting to develop, you know, a feeling for whether or not something is working out or not. And up until this point, being at, you know, the base cooldown with a -3 seconds cooldown head felt the best. For, you know, just holding down Shadow Bite, because if you have more than that, it starts feeling off and you are in a weird rhythm with the mobs and start to miss waves. And now 12 seconds of base cooldown and 5 seconds of cooldown reduction is really, really, really nice. Makes me, you know, a little bit anxious to go further, right? So if I were to push further in level, you know, I could always unequip the Threads of Fate to return to, you know, the point where I'm at, right? But, you know, beyond that, if I were to, you know, get Shadow Bite 6 all the way to level, what is it, 25, can't really return to this exact moment here that well anymore. So, you know, without having to roll like -3 second cooldown head, but, you know, obviously I'm not gonna get rid of my -4 second cooldown head, right? So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, this feels really, really good. I honestly really like farming like this. It looks proper, feels nice. I don't feel like I'm missing too many waves here. And yeah, without any effort, we made it to 1647 mobs. There, I missed one wave. And now, you know, this is where this wave, we're only gonna get 15 mobs. 15, boom, and the respawn hit, and then this wave is gonna be cleared, but not completely because we aren't one-hitting right here. Okay. Man, I'm really curious how this is gonna progress, to be honest. Okay, so I really just needed to know how hold down farming holds up in Eteria for me, and it doesn't really hold up that well. But I did find a nice loot rotation already. So, you know, I backstep, down jump, take the portal, and then I can, you know, get back to the middle, cast bite again, and then I can loot the right side easily. And then, yeah, I'm back in the middle. But since, you know, I'm only free-shotting in this map, I only get like 13.5k, maybe 14k if I would have been a little bit more optimal. But yeah, this is not it. I will have to stick to Shangri-La for the moment. If I were to, you know, activate my buffs, you know, this gets better, but I don't have them all the time, right? So for now, it is Shangri-La time, and until we two-shot here, and then I'll try again. But this map is definitely nice. So this is the bottom left one here. And yeah, that does it for my bite farming test for this video. If you're not a Nightwalker, that's probably very boring, I know, but no, for me it's important, right? I need to make mesos, and this is, you know, my main way to make mesos, I feel like, because, you know, it also gives fragments, and currently my boss mules are all completely retired. Simply for the fact that I'm a little, you know, burned out from boss mules, and yeah, I don't want to do them. So I don't. Alright, so back in Spring 2, my, go-to map for everything farming related. And I did take a look at my inventory and noticed that I got a white jade ring box from Black Mage. Completely forgot to open this. So yeah, let's check it out. Holy! Oh my god. I was so unlucky when it came to running odds, and now I got a RoR4 and a continuous ring RoR4. Continuous RoR? Imagine. Continuous RoR. Ay. Damn. Holy. I did not expect this at all. Man. I heard the continuous ring gets like really good when you have a tier 7 attack flame on your weapon or something like that. I have no idea where this is coming from, or... Damn. Holy. I think for solo bossing this is even better than a RoR. But I'm not 100% sure. I think I would need to test it out. But to be honest, this is much easier to use than a RoR. So, well, I have that going for me. What should I do here? I'm so... Wow, yeah. Wow. Continuous ring 4. Out of nowhere. Wow. Okay, here we are. So now I attack. Okay, yeah. Here you can see the effect itself and the cooldown. So if we check it out, we can see cooldown over. I attack. Boom. Effect triggers for 8 seconds and the cooldown is 12 seconds in total. Did I see that correctly? I could also look this up, to be 100% sure how this works, but yeah, that seems to be it. Okay. Anyways, this effect, during my burst is probably, gonna result in less damage than using the Ring of Restraint, but only if I'm looking at the burst window, because this effect will trigger over and over and over again. So I think in the bosses where I have a good amount of damage uptime, I can make good use of this ring. And I think I should probably do a comparison, which ring is better. I should probably do a comparison, which ring is really better for me. But for now, I just want to feel it out, right? Because I don't need to activate this ring myself, which saves me a button press, which, if the rings are really close in damage output, might actually be enough to win me over and just might make me use this ring instead. Because, one less button to press is actually kind of huge, I think. The other thing is that with the Ring of Restraint here, I don't know. I don't like having to stick to the area, right? If I were to buff up fully, like I use all my buffs, then I would use the Origin, bam, use all these buffs, right? And I would end up with Last Resort, and I would bind the boss, then activate the Ring of Restraint and start attacking. And the boss would be bound for like 9 seconds, roughly, right? The bind itself is for 10 seconds, but I also need to activate the ring, right? And I would need to be confined to this area. So as soon as the boss isn't bound anymore, it has the opportunity to attack, which basically means the only option that I have to react to an attack is either a single backstab, which, still leaves me in the RoR, or, something like wonky, where, I still can't leave the RoR, like something like this, I don't know, like up jumping something. And I don't like this restriction at all, to be honest. I know, I'm super lucky to be able to have a RoR4 and be able to play with it. but I don't really like being confined to the area. The last thing I want to talk about is in bosses like Sea Slime and Gloom, having the RoR is the obvious advantage, because the opening for when you are actually able to do any damage to the boss is relatively short. So you need to commit a lot of damage during that short period of time, and that is exactly what the RoR is capable of doing, right? The continuous ring just doesn't work that way. So for Gloom and Sea Slime, I would definitely prefer to use the RoR if it would be required of me to use the RoR, which it isn't. It isn't at all. I can clear these bosses easily without it, so. With all of that out of the way, I will start party bossing here very shortly. It is Saren time, and I'm, prepping now, getting all my buffs ready, and I'll see you guys in the loot room, and afterwards we're gonna take a look at, the continuous ring some more. I should probably do a comparison, which ring is really better for me, but for now, I just want to feel it out, right? Because I don't need to activate this ring myself, which saves me a button press, which, if the rings are really close in damage output, might actually be enough to win me over and just might make me use this ring instead. Because, one less button to press is actually kind of huge, I think. The other thing is that with the Ring of Restraint here, I don't know. I don't like having to stick to the area, right? If I were to buff up fully, like I use all my buffs, then I would use the Origin, bam, 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 use all these buffs, right? And I would end up with Last Resort, and I would bind the boss, then activate the Ring of Restraint and start attacking. And the boss would be bound for like 9 seconds, roughly, right? The bind itself is for 10 seconds, but I also need to activate the ring, right? And I would need to be confined to this area. So as soon as the boss isn't bound anymore, it has the opportunity to attack, which basically means the only option that I have to react to an attack is either a single backstab, which, still leaves me in the RoR, or, something like wonky, where, I still can't leave the RoR, like something like this, I don't know, like up jumping something. And I don't like this restriction at all, to be honest. I know I'm super lucky to be able to have a RoR4 and be able to play with it, but I don't really like being confined to the area. The last thing I want to talk about is in bosses like Sea Slime and Gloom, having the RoR is the obvious advantage, because the opening for when you are actually able to do any damage to the boss is relatively short. So you need to commit a lot of damage during that short period of time, and that is exactly what the RoR is capable of doing, right? The continuous ring just doesn't work that way. So for Gloom and Sea Slime, I would definitely prefer to use the RoR if it would be required of me to use the RoR, which it isn't. It isn't at all. I can clear these bosses easily without it, so. With all of that out of the way, I will start party bossing here very shortly. It is Saren time, and I'm, prepping now, getting all my buffs ready, and I'll see you guys in the loot room, and afterwards we're gonna take a look at, the continuous ring some more.
Let's go.
Oh,
Hey.
Nice and easy.
And go. We didn't get anything. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna bother using my origin skill. That would be a little overkill. But, another bad use case for the continuous ring is Lucid P3. Because if you really are in need of the damage to clear, the continuous ring is probably not gonna cut it for you. The RoR would be much, much better, but I mean, we are at the stage in the game where it really doesn't matter anymore, so yeah. I employed the good old tactic to just stand around AFK during the last minutes of the boss fight in order to wait for my burst again. Oh man, Lucid is a weird beast now. Aye. So, I guess it's time to... Wait, did I not summon my familiars? No. Oops. Anyways, it's time to check out what we got here. So, are we at... Yes, 4-9. So, belt today? No belt today. Unfortunate. Never lucky. So let's check out some fee-free burstage here. Did I just shadow dodge out of my origin skill? Not 100% sure. Oh, that was close. Yeah. Notice. You've seen better days. The good old 2-minute hard Lotus run. Honestly, I think switching out the continuous ring for a drop ring is like... I don't know. It feels wrong, but... It doesn't matter. Okay, nothing new here. Okay, buff order was wrong, but I don't think it's mattering a whole lot. Oh yeah, this is another really nice example where, you know, the RoR would be kind of bad to use because, you know, I need to dodge the you know, spheres here. So I would always leave the RoR in order to, you know, have as much damage uptime on Damien as possible during my burst, right? And with the RoR, that's just not possible. At least in phase 2. So I guess the continuous ring wins in Damien. I think next up should be a boss where the RoR is the clear winner. But before we get to that, do I need to activate another luck coupon? Yes, okay. There's something missing. And I think that's... What is missing? Equipment item 160? What? Ah, pendant is supposed to be Sweetwater. There we go, 4-9. And will I get my first ever eye patch? I think so. I thought wrong. Alright, so next up we have Gloom. And I think this is the boss where the RoR will make the biggest of differences. Because the damage uptime is just so short. Unfortunately, I did forget to equip Fatal Strike here, so my damage is a little lower than I'm used to, but what does it matter, right? So, RoR over, and I guess I usually, you know, DPM a little bit here, because I've gotten so comfortable doing so, but it's not required anymore. And be gone! Alright, 4-9. So, ET. Man, can't get anything to show up today. Alright. Oh my god, so many buttons to press. Here we go. Big burst. This is what a Ring of Restraint is made to do. Made for. Designed for the purpose of beating up sea slime. Good stuff. Still gonna take a couple of rounds of this. Unfortunate. And there we go. Goodbye, Mr. Slime. Okay, Legion luck, and there we go, 409. I really need the slime ring spare, so this week, come on. Not even a slime ring, man. Ah, thank you for the soul Erda. Okay, here we are. Good stuff. Oh man, who needs to clear webs when you can do this? The power of the continuous ring, I would say. Although a RoR would have potentially, or probably, been better here in this particular situation. Oh no, can I clear without dying? Okay. I thought I was, reversed and then it was about to, do me dirty, but no. Alright. Here, I don't want any drops. I'm just here for the mesos, okay? I'm just here for the mesos. I know last week I said I don't even have to run hardwell anymore. And that's true to an extent. But at the same time, hardwell is not so bad. At least, if you're damaging by this margin. Otherwise, he's really bad. Aye. Oh, right! Arcane boxes, these exist. Weapon boxes, no thanks. No thanks. Alright, at least, he didn't drop anything.
At last.
So here we have Vihila, and I think this is the boss where the continuous ring will shine. Oh no. I just missed my vine. Why does this always happen in Vihila? Oh my god, I missed rapid throw as well. Aye. I was about to say the continuous ring will make a lot of sense here, but the thing is, mine's still on cooldown since I swapped gear around. Aye, this first burst was really screwed up, but it doesn't matter as long as I keep my composure, right? So, and that's basically the name of the game when it comes to Vihila, so... Oh... Oh no! Oh no, it happened! I hate it. Aye. What should I do? I'll just wait for the next set of guild skills, I think. Yeah. Alright, so while I wait for my guild skills to be back up, it is time for some coin shop robbery here. Because I just thought about it, right? And that's how I'm gonna handle it. So, in the main event store, we have these trade boost potions, which I'm all gonna buy. So can I? No, okay, I have to buy them individually. Bam. And I think even from, just the login stamps, there's one more. Exactly, there we go. So we have 10 in total now? Something like that. So, and what I'm wanting to do with that is I want to max out empathy here. Because it will give me another % of buff duration, which will only affect terms and conditions here, the AB link. That's the only skill that is affected for me. But, why not, right? It's another % of that. Which probably, is never gonna matter, but... There we go, level 100 empathy. And next up would be... I don't know. Insight is the most important one out of all of these, then ambition, And then I think it's willpower, but you'll get willpower just by staying online. Maybe, you know, we can put a couple of points into that. So from 65 to 74 to 82. Okay, one more in willpower. And... oh, 82 to 89? Okay, then one more. There we go, 97. And the rest, we're gonna get the rest from just standing around, being logged in. And yeah, so the last remaining 4 potions are gonna go into diligence. Man, I remember the like one droid event where you could just farm the consumables, and it would be so easy to max out all of these in like a matter of like hours. And yeah, outside of that event, maxing out the traits is horrendous. It takes forever, but we are getting there. We are getting there. It actually looks kind of nice now. I think maxing out charm only gives emotes, and that's about it. So okay, moving on. What else is there to buy? I have not checked any more than this, to be honest. So there are circulators here. Okay. As you guys know, I'm not really a big fan of the black circulator here because the chance is like less than 1% for me to actually get the improvement that I need. So 1.5k points for this is way too much. way too much. I guess I can buy the monster blooms. Although, you know, that system needs revamping. Ooh, ooh. Okay. 2 out of 3, very good though. Alright, we have these. Alright. Now that these are tradable, I guess I could, you know, max out willpower or charm, diligence through these. I don't know. It's not really important, so I'm not gonna bother, right? But maybe I should. I don't know. I don't think so. And yeah, that basically does it for this shop, to be honest. Let's buy the droplets here. So 20 and 20. And now I'm basically all done spending event currency. So we got, you know, a little too much. Or maybe we're a little too progressed and can't really make use of the rest of the items here that you can buy. I could buy EXP coupons, but I'm already like so far behind when it comes to that. You know, I always have something going for myself, so I don't need to resort to buying these on a daily. Alright, next up, let's take a look at these 2 tabs here. So first of all the flames here, as well as the cubes. Honestly, these unique cubes, at this point, this is like a rec server only feature, to be honest. I started dropping these because I can't even be bothered to log into another mule to get something up to unique, etc. Right now, no. No. I feel like I'm beyond that point in my progression, and I can just wait for a miracle time and, you know, cube my stuff on the mules on that, and yeah, don't need to bother with these. Honestly, I don't even think these... honestly, these might not even be meso efficient, right? Because you spend so much money on re-rolling. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, so I'm probably not even gonna claim these. Like I said, the flames are gonna be claimed very soon. I think I can use the flames on my liberated Genesis weapon. Not 100% sure. The experience node zones are definitely required to be picked up on this character even, because I'm still in need of maxing out the Saren skill here. It's still level 1. So that's definitely a damage improvement. Could claim the node zones. Probably gonna claim these on a bossing mule. Let's keep looking here. Cubes, flames. Karma unique potential scroll also. Just gonna throw this on whatever. Glowing cube. Eggshell cubes. Wow. Okay. Do I have anything to cube, to be honest? I I don't even think so. I'm pretty much done cubing for the moment, and also 20 cubes is not gonna do me any good on the main. And flames, bad cubes, more experience nodes. I think I'll need more than 10 to max out this Saren skill. So I'll just claim those. And 17 star Karma enhancement sword. Also something for mules. Couple of bright cubes and Karma black flames. Okay. The flames I'm gonna use on the main here. The rest is either gonna be used on mules or will not be claimed even. Okay, before we get into this page, let me just consume all of these, yeah. Okay, so let's see if 20 experience node stones are enough to max this guy out. Oh, it seems so. These were so rare in the past. And now they're like, whatever. Damn, there we go. As soon as I started farming fragments for the 6th shop, I got so many node stones that I, honestly, these have all lost their value to me. I know, it's not super efficient, but I can't be bothered to min-max everything. It just, you know, causes like brain slurry. Okay, then let's continue. The Medal of Honor is definitely gonna claim these on the main. I am currently sitting at a pretty good inability, but I might roll this again in the future. Maybe they're gonna redo the system, I don't know. But instead of claiming the honor on a mule, I'll just accumulate it here. I'm completely fine with that. So, and we have an effect, alright. I really want to see it actually, so let's try it on here. Hello? Ah, no, it's equipped. Ah, there it is. Ah, it's the same effect that the other guy here has going for him. Yeah, that's a nice one. I think I can trade this through the cash shop still, so I think that can go on the Thunderbreaker, I guess? Or I'll wait for another cash transfer event. And we have sunlight. I don't really need these, right? Symbol selector, yes, please. Alright, I'm just gonna claim all these symbol selectors here. Hello? Okay. As well as the honor XP. Oh, another trade boost potion is also appreciated. And wow, there are even more EXP coupons here. Nice damage skin. Definitely gonna use this, even though probably not gonna activate. I'm gonna activate it, but I'm not gonna use it. I just wanna have it because it's a damage skin. It's rare, right? I might change my outfit and then it might fit more, but for the moment. Wow, there are so many selector coupons here. Wow, this is really something. And then many growth potions. Wow. I don't think I have a use for the below level 200 ones anymore. But at least, you know, there are these selector coupons. Yeah, I can use these. Alright. Let me claim that. It's movable throughout the account anyways. And there's even a mag potion. Wow, okay. Damn. Okay, then there's an android. Honestly, I'm not even gonna bother claiming this on the main because it's, you know, -1 equipment inventory slot, so no thanks. Yeah, skin coupon, I don't really care. Another magpod, wow. Yes, please. Nope. Ta-dam. And yeah, that does it for now with royal hair and face coupon. No, I'm content. I'm content. I think this is one way you can choose the hairstyle that you're gonna get, but honestly, this looks fine to me. And yeah, I think that does it for this section. Really looking forward to claiming that last mag potion. I'm pretty sure I, still have enough days left to complete this here. Even though, I've missed 6, but that's completely fine. And also really looking forward to the symbol selectors here. Alright. Let me just go through everything here and claim it, and then we're gonna see where I will end up. This is my current setup, and I think if I can put everything into Ateria, I will. But it's probably not allowing me to do so, so I'll put everything into Shangri-La instead. Okay, so I just got done claiming all the symbol selectors, and I guess before we take a look at that, I do want to max out diligence here. So, boom, there we go. I don't think that does anything for us, to be honest. But, well, another thing, maxed out. And yeah, number will go up. Maplestory player, do be happy. That's about it, right? So let's check out the symbol level here. I could not claim material symbols, which is completely fine. And I end up with 1 whole level up in Shangri-La, which is super nice. Makes me do more damage to the mobs in Eteria and puts me that much closer to actually being able to grind there. Only 4 more symbol level ups, which still probably gonna take like over a month, but good enough. Good enough, everything with time. And yeah, before I activate or use the XP potions here, I'm gonna wait out the rest of the guild skills here and give, I feel like doing a Darknell attempt. It's like still difficult, but we're gonna see if it's feasible. Alright, I think I'm ready, but I'm missing familiars. Are these the correct ones? Yes, alright. I'm wondering if I can take the Saren skill through a portal, so I'm just gonna try that out. What do I have equipped? Fatal Strike? Alright, that's perfect. And then minimize the chat here and enter. Whoa. There was no cutscene? I was so ready for a cutscene. Okay, good stuff. Oh wow, the Fatal Strike. Oh, don't like that we got stunned there, but the Fatal Strike did really hit. And right there, I did make use of the extended. Oh, am I high enough? Yes, okay. The extended 12-second bind that Nightwalkers have the option to cast by holding down the bind button for 1 second. You can extend your bind from 10 to 12 seconds. So you might think, oh, I'm dead. Never mind. Okay, he's casting. Ay. You might think, oh, holding down the bind button for 1 second to extend the bind by 2 seconds is hardly worth it, and that's absolutely true. But I feel like for these bursts on entry, there's something that, can be done to make them really nice. And I think, there it felt nice to do, but I have no idea if it was optimal or not, so... Anyways, yeah, Darknell is really, really hard. And I do like that, it has become much easier as, I've gotten so strong now. But I can still die. I just died there, right? Oh. And he tried to combo me there, but he was not able to do that, thankfully. And yeah, the continuous ring, I don't know, seems good. Seems good in this boss fight. Uh-oh. Okay, it's time to burst again, if I can catch my breath for a second here. Oh, yeah, he's trying. Okay. I saw this happen in real time, and I did not know how to respond. Oh. Okay, let's switch sides here. Okay. Oh. I have to float up in that oh, I'm dead. I have to float up in that situation in order for him to not clip me. I think I will respawn here because I still have 30 seconds of spears. Man, I'm relatively sure that my attempt with RoR was much better. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm dead. Might not be dead. Yeah, I'm relatively sure I was able to confirm more damage because, you know, right now I'm not really fighting him. I'm more just trying to stay alive, waiting for my burst to come to me back up. So that's probably not the proper way to play this. Uh-oh. Arrow. Uh-oh. Oh, get up. And I'm pretty sure I used auto recovery the last couple of attempts. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I managed to dodge the one hand. It's like, it's not luck based, not at all, but it's so difficult it might as well be luck based in my opinion. Okay, let's rebuff advanced bless. I think I still got it here if I can, you know, keep it together. Okay, I need this was so close to dying. Way too close to, for comfort. Alright, there we go. Okay. Ah! Yeah. Okay, I think I can DPS this down. I still have spears up, that's why I'm respawning immediately. Spears do a lot of damage. Okay, dodge this one. Oh! I'm dead? Yes, I knew. Am I waiting for mini burst? Yes, I am waiting for mini burst here. Just to get it out while I'm invincibility. In my invincibility frame from respawning. Yeah, I think that's a proper plan. Okay. There we go. Way too close to for Cont4, but managed to do it nonetheless. 409. Let's get it. Something. Something, yeah. A box. Let's check out what we got here. There we go. Crisis HM ring. I think that's our first one, and I just saw that I still have a RoR1 here. We can drop this. But yeah, Crisis HM ring. Welcome to the collection, I guess. There we go. That was it for this week's boss runs. We cleared everything here. No pitchies. Nothing, to be honest. One ring box. Let's hope for the best. Is that an armor box? It's an armor box. So wait, what do I need again? Pretty sure I need the cape, right? Yes, I need the cape. Cape. 19 stars. Okay. Yes, cape. I am sure. Yeah. There we go. 3 cape spares and... yeah, way too many Dawn Pendant spares. I am not sure if I will end up dropping these or actually going for a 23-star Daybreak. Really unsure, but yeah, nothing when it comes to bosses this week. One more thing though, if you're interested in our weekly income, you know, just from doing my boss runs here, it is 4.7 billion mesos. This includes a 5-man Saturn split, so pretty okay. In KMS, it would be like, I think nearly double that, but well, you know, gotta put in the legwork here. We have other benefits. And last boss run of the day in the Abyss event, of course. Oh man. Initially I liked this event, now I'm like, man, don't really want to do this every day, but it's not so bad. It's... man, when it comes to this event, and you know, this makes me think of Misty Island, right? Misty Island was a great event, but you know, it being forced down our throat, you know, through the legacy items, and you know, it being around for such a short amount of time, you know, just sours the experience, to be honest. I think if this would be like more permanent, it would be much more fun, to be honest. Alright, it is Sunday now, and I just went through the last couple of clips, and I did really say I was unlucky and nothing dropped. While completely ignoring the fact that obviously I got the continuous ring 4 this week, right at the beginning. So, yeah, I kinda blanked on that. But yeah, speaking of the continuous ring 4, I really want to compare it to the Ring of Restraint 4 that I also got. So, and to be honest, I would love to do it right now, but I'm completely stuck here in the event. It's still 3 hours and 8 minutes for me that I have to, you know, stick around and just AFK in this area, because for me, reset is at 1 AM. And yeah, that means the timer is bugged or something like that. You know, depending on your time zone, the timer is bugged, I think. So yeah, 3 more hours to go. But, you know, I also want to go to bed sometime today, so I can't really test the RoR versus Cont4. But I will get to that this week, I'm sure. I will try to get it done tomorrow. And yeah. This event is a little frustrating, right? When you want to do things in the game, but you know, this just makes you stay in this area and you can't do anything on this side. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Definitely not a fan. But I'm a fan of, you know, what we're gonna get from it, so this makes me persist. the extra Legion block is gonna be so huge. I think it's either 4 or 5 like physical blocks on the board, which basically means 4 or 5 crit rate for free for everything, which is a massive gain. Massive. Or, you know, by comparison, that's gonna be all set or attack, which is, you know, it's crazy. And, you know, alongside these stats that the block itself also gives, right? So I'm really looking forward to this reward. Yeah, besides that, since there's extra EXP in Monster Park, I made sure to 100% run my Monster Park runs on the Mihail. It's sitting at 257 now at like 40 to 50% EXP. So I think, you know, in the next couple of days, that's gonna hit 260 as well. And then I'm finally freed from doing my dailies on that character. I'm really not a big fan anymore of doing so many dailies on so many different characters, which, you know, is also why I kinda parked my bossing mules where they are at and didn't boss on them in weeks by now. But yeah, that's fine. No income through that, but you know, I'll have to deal with that. Anyways, I think the next clip is me comparing the different rings, so let's check that out together. Alright, so it is Monday now, which means that first of all I can claim my dojo rewards here because I did run dojo again. But what's more important than that is I can finally do the RoR4 versus continuous ring comparison, which I'm really looking forward, to be honest. Because the other event that's going on right now, dude, it takes up so much time. Having to stand around for like 8 hours a day. I don't know, it's a little much. Also, of course, I'm still buying the Mugong Soul shots. We're probably not gonna use the Mugong Soul, but you know, if we are lucky and get it to level 2, I might. But yeah, it is time to test out the continuous ring. And yeah, the plan is to do basically 2 tests. One where I'm not buffing up at all besides green pot, and the second one where I'm like fully buffed up, just to see if it makes a difference. Because, you know, as I buff up with externals, I get more and more boss damage, right? So it might affect one ring or the other more or less. And yeah, I'm here to find that out now. Okay, well, 5.5 minute battle analysis. Damn, this is quite time intensive, to be honest. But okay, let's take a look. I did a 98 bill damage. Okay, and well, let's take a look at the accumulated damage. Okay, so most of the damage is coming from quintuple throw, followed by shadow spear. Okay, and then silence did 6.5%. Huh. Alright, that's good to know and all, but what I really want to know is if this is better than what a RoR can do. So let's check that out. And stop. Okay. If you're wondering when my point is to stop the BA, it is when rapid throw comes back up. That's just how it was decided. Oh man, doing BAs is so weird. I feel like there's no like standard throat classes, and I heard Nightwalkers do it like this, so I'm doing it like this. That's about it. So again, you can see that silence, you know, did more, over 1% more of my total BA. Simply do it to the RoR, right? So that's good to see. that there's a noticeable difference. Also, at this point, I should clarify that I'm running with basically no 6-job. So, if I were to show my 6-job skills right now, I have 13 points into Shadowbite and only 1 point into all the other skills. So, as you know, I'm maxing out Hexa, Quintuple Star. I'm, gonna get more DPM. As I max out Silence, I'm gonna, get more burst. And of course, that's gonna change the whole setup here again. But I guess you just have to try it out if you if you ever are in this position. Anyways, I want to share my findings here, but before we talk about it, etc., I gotta look at the footage. But I also, before I can do that, wanna properly buff up and do the same test again while, being buffed up to the brim. So let's check that out. And nearly done. There we go. 536, 1 second faster this time, which is still completely fine in my books. So attacks, there we go. Silence did more? Huh. Wow, okay. So fully buffing up did make a change here. So from, I think 6.4 it was initially with the continuous ring 4 to 7.25. That's very interesting. And I immediately want to continue with the RoR. So, yep, let's check that out. Alright, 10 more seconds, and then we are done here. I completely negated to look at the total amount of damage with the continuous roaring, but that's fine. Oh, stop, there we go. Because I want to look at the footage myself and, extract some data from it, and then we're gonna look at the data together here, just to get a more profound decision here. Also, with the Ring of Restraint, Silence 7.3%? Really? I expected this to be way higher, like 8% at least. But it seems like when buffing up, at least the short-term burst does not benefit as much from the RoR as it does from the continuous ring. Huh, okay, that is my first thesis. I'm so professional right now. Okay, well, this ring, this gives attack, that's why oh no, it gives boss damage and attack. And the RoR just gives boss damage, right? No, it just gives attack. Huh, that's weird. I thought that, me increasing my boss damage with, the boss rush boost potion would, inflate my boss damage, so, whatever ring that would give me boss damage would, perform worse, but... Alright. Give me a second here. I'm gonna be back. Alright, so it is time to talk about the battle analysis that I did yesterday. I went over the footage and basically at every 5-second interval noted down how much damage I did in total, and that basically gives me a good data reference that I can plot out in Excel. So let's check out the data and how it looks like. So here we are totally zoomed in Excel right now, and you can see at the 5-second mark the continuous ring 4 did 1.6 billion damage and the RoR4 did 1.2 billion. And at the 10-second mark 5.8 versus 6, 15-second mark 11.2 versus 14, and so on, right? This sheet is just for the unbuffed figures. You can see in the very beginning the continuous ring 4 has an advantage, and I think that's, mainly due to me having to press an extra button before, my damage output truly starts with the Ring of Restraint. And after that, if I were to scroll down here, you can see the damage difference is always marked in, what is this, pink, because the continuous ring never catches up throughout the whole 6-minute battle analysis. So even at the very end, the continuous ring is still 3% worse than the ring of restraint here. And if I were to zoom out now and show you the graph that I have here, you can see the continuous ring does get somewhat close here, around 2 minutes and 55 seconds. I mean, that's mainly because the RoR has its big damage spike in the beginning compared to the continuous ring, and then, there's literally no benefit from having the item equipped, right? And the continuous ring at least gives me some sort of benefit until, of course, at the 3-minute mark, I get to use the RoR again and the difference jumps back up. So I found this quite interesting, comparing the unbuffed figures here between the continuous ring 4 and the RoR4. And in the end, it really did make a lot of sense to take one measurement unbuffed and one buffed, because the buffed measurements look surprisingly different. So if we were to check those out right here, this sheet looks a little bit different. I included a bit more data here. So instead of just looking at the cumulative damage, I also checked the damage that I did in the specific 5-second interval, and depending on the color that you see here, you can see whether or not I did a lot of damage in that 5-second interval or not. So for example, from 10 to 15 seconds in the BA with the continuous ring 4 equipped, I did 9.4 billion damage. In the same time frame with the RoR equipped, I did 12.2 billion damage. So anyways, the main thing that's really interesting about this sheet is right here. You can see that the continuous ring catches back up to the RoR and even, outpaces the RoR by up to 3%. And that is shown in both of the graphs right here. So just let's take a look at column H for the moment. You can see in the beginning the RoR is ahead until minute 155. After that, the continuous ring catches up for the while, for the time being, while we wait for the RoR to be back up, and then from my second burst until 4:15, the RoR is ahead again, and then in the end, the continuous ring is better again. So, if I were to explain what we're seeing in the graphs right here, so instead of plotting the damage lines, I plotted the damage as an area, because that makes it more obvious how large this difference is. Especially when we look at the bottom graph right here. If you were to measure the area below the graph here, where the continuous ring is ahead, that's marked by the orange here, and compare the area of the RoR damage compared to the continuous ring damage advantage, you will notice that this is so minuscule that even though right here we have our answer, the continuous ring is better in these, or during these time frames, right? If we check how much better, we can see it's really not by a lot. And that's why the area graph is so useful in this case. The other graph is not taking the cumulative damage into account, but just the damage in the 5-second intervals here. And here we can really see that during the RoR duration, of course, the RoR is ahead by a lot, but afterwards, generally, you can see that the continuous ring does outperform the RoR, which is to be expected, right? You can even see, while the RoR is active, it spikes super high here, and then you can see the second activation of the continuous ring while most of my buffs are still running. I think that is super interesting, this edge right here. And then of course at 135 you can see the mini burst going off, and the mini burst should always, you know, with the continuous ring should always outperform the RoR burst, because I don't have the RoR up for this time frame right here. Okay, with all of that being said, am I gonna stick to using the continuous ring 4 or the RoR4? For me it is a very, very obvious choice. I will stick with the RoR4. I would have loved to continue using the continuous ring, but to be honest, the advantage that it gives is too small to be applicable in a real bossing scenario, where usually, you know, I am binding the boss and then I have that 10-second or, you know, 9 seconds if I'm activating the RoR after I hit the bind, right, window where I can really confirm 100% of my damage. And afterwards, you know, for example in V-Healer, you'll get hit by a string and are stunned for a couple of seconds here, then V-Healer dodges and won't be wanting to interact with you for a while, right? So even in DPM bosses like V-Healer, I think you don't have enough damage uptime to warrant using the continuous ring at all. So, and that's not even, you know, taking into account the bosses where your damage uptime is rather low, like in Gloom, for example, in Sea Slime, in hDarknell, and I think even to an extent in hDarknell. In hDarknell, I personally think it's more of a burst-oriented boss, because there's so much things happening that it's just very hard to confirm damage. While, of course, he's pretty much 90% of the time on screen and, you know, he's able to be damaged by you, but at the same time there's so much stuff happening that it's very hard to continuously attack the boss. I think other classes might have an easier time doing that, but for me, I don't know. The horizontal mobility is not really quick as Nightwalker, and you really have to like sit around to do your damage, right? So, maybe other classes where, you know, they have their damage baked into movement skills, they can confirm more damage, and then it would maybe make a little bit more sense for them. But assuming their burst in raw numbers is, you know, split up in the way it is for Nightwalkers currently, you know, at my current Hexa Matrix setup, right? That, you know, also needs to be taken into account, by the way. Sorry for not mentioning that, but it will probably make sense for all the classes to use a RoR4, to be honest. And we haven't even spoken about party bossing, where, you know, during the time where everybody confirms their burst, everybody has certain buffs up which amplify your damage so much more, you know, for potentially just a short time frame, right? So for me, the discussion is basically over. If you want to see the full battle analysis that I did cut out from this video, you can check out the description. And besides that, I hope you also have your answer. I hope you found this interesting. For me, this was super interesting to see. Also to see how much damage I do, you know, between my bursts, etc., right, compared to the rest. You can really see, okay, here I'm bursting, so the damage racks up to 50 billion quite quickly. And then until we had the next burst, right, I go from 50 to 80 billion. So let's say in the first 45 seconds, I do 50 billion. And then in the next, 125 seconds, I do 30 billion. So that also gives me information on how I want to play my class, right? So during the burst, I really want to make sure that I confirm my damage. And when it's not burst time anymore, I can be rather relaxed and focus on dodging mechanics, because my damage isn't the greatest off burst. You know, this is another thing that I learned just from looking at this graph right here, which is, like I said, to me it's super interesting to look at this and ask myself questions that I want to have answered by, you know, creating a graph or just, you know, looking at the raw data here. So yeah, anyways, let's get back into the game here. Okay, I think I haven't shown the guild castle in a hot minute here, but yeah, I am continuously upgrading and researching, claiming the rewards, discarding them because most of them are really not that good. One Karma Heart Cube, yeah, this was definitely designed around Reboot, right? Wow, a safety charm, amazing. Miracle Circulator coupon, can you believe it? Or a single red flame. Crazy, I know. Ay. So anyways, let me show you my research progress here. I think in total, since the system was released, I've missed, you know, let's say this was either released on a Wednesday or Thursday. And I think right now I'm 1 full week behind. So you can see for me, it's Tuesday right now, and my upgrade will be ready in 4 days and 20 seconds, which will be like Sunday. Maybe, you know, that's like half a week behind. So, not as bad, to be honest. Less bad than I thought. And yeah, I'm currently stuck upgrading this, I think, right? Wait, what am I upgrading? Yeah, exactly. I'm not really sure when or if, to be honest, this is gonna be worth it. But to be honest, I think this is a big waste of time. So killing the 5,000 mobs to do the research takes like, what is it, like 20-25 minutes on the weekly. And to be honest, I haven't gained anything from the system yet. So in my books, this is a complete waste of time. But there's only, you know, one good thing about it, and that's of course the upgrade room, right? Which automatically star catches. But besides this room, this whole content is completely dead on arrival. I really can't understand the version exclusive content that we get. Either it's completely broken and unbalanced that it's not even worth doing, or you have events like the Abyssal Expedition, which you should drop everything and just do this event because it gives an item which you will never be able to get again. It is quite strange. Alright, and now it is Wednesday, and to be honest, I think that does it for this episode. It's been a long one, I feel. I haven't checked yet, but you know, I gotta cut it up now to deliver it on Thursday as is usual, right? And I hope that you're gonna be around for the next one. Learn something today. If you found it interesting, let me know. If you want to see more comparisons, etc., right? I'm kind of progressed and I can do many things in the game. Not everything, obviously, but many things. And yeah, I'll take any requests that you might have. And besides that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.